What's up, Guardians? Gold Magikarp here, bringing you yet another guide on how to tackle the Grandmasters this season. This week, for the first time, you're able to pick any of the 6 Nightfalls, which I have a guide on all 6, if you want to check them out. Anyway, you're here for Insight Terminus, so let's get into it. For our team compilation, we ran a Chaos Reach and a Thunder Crash for burst damage, and a Shade Binder to help freeze strong enemies that you can't face head on, which also is very handy for the plates at the end. This setup isn't a must, as it's pretty flexible in this Nightfall. Let's talk about what weapons you should bring in this Nightfall. There are barrier and unstoppable champions, so scouts are a good pick as most of the fights are at longer range, and grenade launchers are definitely the play this season for unstoppables. Only void shields exist in this Nightfall, giving you a little more breathing room in terms of weapon selection. But I advise 3 Truth Tellers with blinding nades. And yes, Anarchy is again the best bet for your heavy. I kinda get why Bungie is planning a nerf on it. If you want an in-depth guide of what mods you may want to run, check out my previous video. You may want to consider solar resistance to stop snipers from one-shotting you, but at least consider putting on concussive dampener to reduce splash damage, which there is a lot in this Nightfall. Even though the boss does void damage, you'll still be killed one shot with void resistant, in a well, so there's really no point. Jumping into the Nightfall, spray your way to the first room. If you're having trouble and dying here a lot, you can head along the top path where it's easy to drop into the hole. In the first room there is 3 barrier champions. I advise blinding the Minotaurs as their splash damage can do a lot of damage. Just make sure to take your time and not rush in, and by clearing everything out one by one, you'll have more room to work with. Also, don't be afraid to spam your blinding nades and stasis turrets throughout this strike. And as you do this strike more and more, you'll pick up fun ways to bounce your blinding nades around corners. The first part of the next room can be deadly, especially if you're not watching out for nades. Find angles to clear this side of the gap, then shift your focus to the barrier champions and the snipers on the other side. The snipers are easy to take down, but are definitely the most threatening, as the rest of the ads won't even shoot at you if you sit back far enough. Sometimes the barrier colossus hides from you, and you'll need to push him. Just be ready to dip into cover if he targets you, and let your teammates burn him down. When you reach the end, sit back a little. I know it looks tempting to run in forward, but these goblins pushing you can hurt, and if you have a brain fart and run in, you'll probably die. When you reach the first plate, wait until the boss leaves, and then jump on the plate. I wasn't aware of this before, but if you leave at least one enemy alive when you capture the plate, the unstoppables won't spawn. Unfortunately, I didn't know this until it was too late. If they spawn in, just hit them with unstoppable and burn them down. You may need to run back if they keep pushing you. Oh, and to note, if you don't spawn and kill them, it won't affect your platinum reward. The next encounter is by far the longest part of the Nightfall, but is a lot easier once you know the spawn rotation. As you enter going under this beam, make sure to stick to the left or you'll die. In fact, stay off anything that is white and pulsing. It's called Vex Milk, and you may think I'm joking when I say it'll leave you in a sticky situation, but I'm not. Anyways, clear out the ads to your left, and any champions you see, watching out for the snipers that hide behind the pillars in front of you. Once that is done, shoot the boss and you'll spawn in the next wave. My team likes to pre-fire Anarchy to the closest portal to the right, to clear it quick and give us more room to work with. Most of the ads will group to the left side of the big pillar in the middle, so it's a good time to use your super. There will be an unstoppable that spawns in the middle of the room from a drop pod, which ignores you for the most part, and a barrier colossus that spawns from one of the 4 portals, which groups up with the ads. Once you kill the grouped up ads, push the middle and kill the unstoppable. He will drop an arc orb, but wait to dunk it until the barrier and the gladiator are killed on the other side. Then when you dunk it, stay on that side and pre-anarchy the portal to the left again. This wave has double of what the first one had, with 2 barrier colossuses as well. Burn everything down, leaving the unstoppable for last. Once he is killed, he drops an arc orb, but before heading over and grabbing it, another wave will spawn in, with another barrier colossus. Once cleared, another group of ads will spawn in, waiting for you on the far side, with 2 barrier colossuses and some more gladiators. Once they're all dead, hand in the orb. This will open the door with a wave of Vex behind it. Clear them out and follow the path. If someone dies along the way and you can't reach their revive, just leave them. Once you hit the boss room, they will be pulled in. This boss encounter can give a lot of teams issues, especially if you don't know how to control the ad spawns. Start by capturing the first plate and using your stasis and blinding nades to hold the wave back while you capture. Once captured, you can now damage the boss, but only let your Anarchy or supers deal damage to it. while you take care of the ads. There are 2 important things you want to take note of in this fight. Watch out for his void attack, and remember ads spawn indefinitely while capturing the plates. You can tell he's doing his void attack by him jumping up in the air, creating a little ball before throwing 3 void walls at you. And like I said before, this move one-shots you, even in a well, so jump in the air or hide behind a wall. When you get the boss down to 50%, he will become immune again, and you'll have to capture all 3 plates to release him. Note, as soon as you step on the plates, ads will spawn, even if you have some still alive. You can capture all 3 plates at once, if you like, or play it safe and capture them one by one. It's almost impossible to capture the plate before the gladiators are slashing you with their one-hit melees. So spam that stasis and that blinding nades, prioritizing them and the dogs. Gladiators are beefcakes, so if they break through, hit them with an anarchy and just jump away from them. 1 bolter anarchy will kill them. If you're getting overwhelmed, sit back and clear out some ads. For some reason, not many ads like to push this box in the middle, so it feels like the safest place to be in the room. When the 3rd plate is captured, you can damage him again. Just make sure to clear out some ads if there's a lot in the room. And when he dies, you win. Well, that's it, Guardians. Hopefully this video made it easy for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're into Destiny content, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. This is Gold Magikarp signing out. Blip blip blip.